So today I'll be sharing with you how to draft and cut a short sneaker. These are the tools that I'll be using, and this is my tape pro. You need a tape pro, your French cuff, paper, scissors. You need marker. You need all this, and this is the fabric that we'll be using. So I'll just be keeping this one aside. I decide to use it. So first thing first, we are going to draft the pant here, and I'll be needing this short roller here. So the length of what we are going to be using is knicker length, let's say 16. Okay, and you'll be needing waist. My waist is 34. Okay, plus 4 inches, because looking at 6. Okay, and then you'll be needing my thigh, which is 26. So I'm going to be adding to my measurement, right? So because it's a loose knicker, it's not firm, so we'll be adding 6 inches. So that's basically it. So my thigh is 26, and my hip is 41 plus 6. So I'll be using total of 47, right? So this is what we are going to be doing. So now that we know the measurement to take, so this plus this is 40, right? So we are just going to draw our waistline here. Okay, is it today? So our waistline here, and to get your hip, you are going to measure 8 inches downward, and to get your thigh, your crotch, you are going to divide your hip equals hip divided by 3. So I'm going to get 13.5 or 6 or so. So instead of using 13.5, I'll rather use this 13 because it's a short and it's not a jumpsuit, please note. So I'm going to use 13, right? So next thing is to mark my hip line, which is this one. Today live is just to show you how to draft and cut the fabric. So the next one is we are going to learn how to sew the pant. So I'll just mark 8 inches here, and then I'll mark my crotch, which is 13. And then we are going to mark the length of our pant. So instead of using 18, 16, yeah, we are going to use 18 because we want it to have like 2 inches for the ME. And next thing is we are going to mark the same thing here, 18 inches. So I'll just go ahead and roll out the lines. Okay. So this is the ME line. This is funny. My marker is, so let's try and use this. What should I use? What can I use? I'll be back. So let me use this chalk here. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to remove 1 inch from your waist level. So let me use this chalk. I'm going to connect it to this point. And another thing is, because we are using elastic, it has band, so we are going to remove 1.5 inches from the waist. So this is going to be our band. All right, let me just label it band. So now that we've connected this one, next thing is to go ahead and divide my hip measurement. So my hip is 41 plus 6, which is 47. So 47 divided by, you have almost here, right? So here, and whatever you have here, you take it here. There's no need for this dart. There's no need for this dart because it has elastic. It's not a fitted, so we are not removing this dart. Please note. So whatever I have here, I'm going to take it up here. Okay, and here, whatever I have here, you know, this is my crotch, this is my hip, and this is my waist, right? So this 2 inches is my hemming line. So now next thing is to go ahead and mark the crotch here. So whatever I have here, I'll take it down here. And now whatever you have, you're going to divide it by 10. Right, so I don't have my calculator here, but I'll just assume it's 2.5. Right, so 2.5, whatever you have here, you take it downward. We have 14.2 here. So you're going to take it, whatever you have here, you divide it by 2 and place your tape like this, and then connect it to this point. So we are going to go ahead and cut it like here. So So we are going to go ahead and fold these 2 inches that we are using for the hemming line like this. We can decide to reduce it here, but since that's not what we are doing, we are going to leave it. So that's basically what we have to do for the front. And here we are going to come down by 1/2 inch, and we are not going to cut this one out yet, right? The reason is that the front has to come down a bit for the back to go up. So I'm going to come down by half an inch. So this is it. So I'm not going to cut this one out until I'm done with the back. So we are going to go ahead and cut the back here. And remember, there is no seam allowance here. We've not added our seam allowance, right? So we are just going to go ahead. Like I said, the back has to come down, has to go up. So this is it. You can see, let's say by 1.5 inches. So we are going to go ahead and mark from the place at tip where, since we are going to cut this side out, and then we are going to go up by 1.5, right, and then connect it to this side. So we are done, almost done. So now that we are almost done, the back is always more than the front. So you are going to go out by 3 inches, and here, whatever you have here, you can now come down by 2.5 here, because this crotch has to, this measurement, I'm using freehand method, right, and it works for everybody as long as you know your measurement or you've taken your client's measurement properly. So for the back, the hip line, we are going to go out by 2 inches as well, and we are going to go out by, let's say, 2 inches, because it has elastic, so there's no need for us to manage the fabric. So I'm going to connect from here to this point. There's no need, let me just use my hand so it connected to this phone. There's a way to connect. So this is the 1 inch. So now that we are done, we are going to go ahead and cut this one out. So next thing is to go, you can see it's very simple, it doesn't take time. So we are done with this. Alright, next thing is you're going to add this side. On this side, you can decide to add half an inch, you can decide to add 1.1 inch, right? Normally I like adding 1 inch here. So this side, when I'm cutting it on the fabric, I'm going to add 1 inch, and this side I'm going to add half an inch. Alright, so let's cut the fabric as soon as possible. Like I said, our next tutorial will be on how to sew the knicker. I can have some that you can watch, whether it's jumpsuit or anything. There are so many tutorials on the channel that you can watch. So I'm going to go ahead and fold. So if you are cutting on your fabric, you're going to fold your fabric like this into two. That means you're cutting two at once, right? So I'll place this one here and cut. If it's not enough, you're going to extend your fabric out like this. So So we are going to go ahead and add our sewing allowance. Let's not forget, very important. So we are going to add 1 inch. Like I said, I'm supposed to use pin to hold this. In case you are cutting, please make sure you use pin. I don't know where the pin is. Add your 1 inch all the way down. And this side you're going to add, we already have measurements here, 1/2 inch. You might not really see it because the chalk actually rhymes with the fabric, but don't worry, just add 1 inch all the way here and add 1/2 inch here, and then you are good to go. I'll go ahead and cut this. Why are you trying to remove that thing? Sorry guys, I'm talking to my daughter. Even if it's 3/4, you can add to it. I can see that I'm not maintaining the 1 inch, but there's no problem, sure. So you can see I've added here. For those that know how to sew pants, you're going to sew here and do the same thing with the front. I'll go ahead and cut the back. Let's see if this side will be enough. So I'll place my fabric here. It's not enough. So you can still manage. Since it's not a fitted pants, please, you can manage. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So there's no need for this one. So our next live video will be on how to sew it. So I'm still going to keep this pattern paper. You can see I added sewing allowance here. So basically we are done with the cutting, and thank you so much for staying. All right, I might do a live video. I'll record the video as well and upload it on my channel. So thank you so much. Bye.